All right. With that, I would thank all of you for coming to the now 8th session of the Infiltrated. And let's get into it where we, well, left off last time. What last time happened was that after finally finishing the whole uh, dungeon that we went through, you had a final talk with your friend, who you now found out is called Boblin the Goblin, apparently, and made your way towards the trader's home. You arrived after some time, so you came across the a temple. Well, spent a little time there, had a mouse swim in the uh, goulash that you ate. A few people got charmed. There were a few berries that were given to Drogo, later then to Deppa, I believe. And as you then ended up in the trader's home, you came into the main headquarters of the Adventurers Guild. The secretary, before taking any of your quests, sent you to a small room where Erevan had a heated debate with someone none
What do
of
you
you
mean? I
seemed
don't
to
remember
know.
any of this.
Well,
None of that.
it happened. You had a I think his name was stated out loud, and his name was Carnage. And, well, now that this talk is over, you are still holding the hand in your backpack, or at least in your hands. And with that, what do you wish to do? Oh, and one thing that Kira would have noticed is that the secretary, the Dragonborn secretary, is obviously, while not necessarily a follower, as this is not always the precise name, she's at least someone who works for the bureaucrat.
Yeah. I think our plan long term is to go to the place to the place to meet up with the goblin. I don't know if any of you guys want to do anything in town before.
My plan was to find at least a little bit of food to feed the little one in my backpack. And then I'd say I'm more than ready to.
And also, a note from the DM, to be exact. Ireland knows that the way to the Disgrace, which was the place you were sent to, is 3 days if you have some sort of some means of transport, and 7 days or 6 days if you decide to walk. Furthermore, you are aware that you did not yet get the reward for the hand, which you still have, Erevan.
Wait, did we not?
You did
I
not yet
thought
give
that
it.
we did.
Did we not complete the quest?
I wrote it down on my sheet.
Did everyone get 25 gold already?
I definitely wrote down 25 gold.
Yeah, me too.
In that case, everyone has 25 gold from the quest, and I guess we did do that last session, and I just forgot it.
Did we get to keep the hand, or we haven't handed it?
You gave the hand away.
Maybe.
Although you still have the ring.
Yeah, I do.
So, what do you wish to do?
Go find some berries.
Right. How do you wish to find some berries? Do you talk to someone and ask where you could acquire them, or?
Gil will ask the lady in the office if she doesn't know where the market of the town is.
Well, she points you towards a marketplace, a market space as she calls it, and, well, gives you a few descriptions of the way. It shouldn't be too hard to find it.
So yeah, I go to the market and find a place where you'd get like dried fruit and things like that.
Anyone else coming with him, or are you splitting up?
I'm going with him.
I'll go with.
Party would a shop that sells potions.
Right, and All right. So I assume all of you wish to go to the marketplace, and as you all walk towards the marketplace, I ask of a perception check of everyone.
Mhm.
25.
Perception was also from you, Dapper, Kira.
Sorry?
Perception from
Right.
everyone.
40 minutes. Because I just put.
All right. So as you head towards the marketplace, you well go across a rather large open space and walk through quite full roads, and as you make your way towards the direction, there is some kind of a commotion in front of you, and it seems that something has happened there. And do you wish to investigate further?
Sure. Gil will. I guess that there's like a group of people, and I'll start pushing myself through the people.
As you come closer, you realize two things. First, the obvious. What people are, pushing themselves away from and towards is a cat with a knife taped to his back. And looking closer, you do realize that in the road between all those people frantically getting closer and away from that, armed cat, there are a few kids, pickpocketing.
Could Gil try to like sneak up on one of the kids and like grab his arm and be like, "What are you doing?"
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Oh, I'm
At,
good
at,
at that.
at disadvantage because it's
Uh,
a full road.
how do I do that? It was KL1
2d20 KL1. Yes,
plus my modifier.
exactly.
That's 27.
Well, no one notices as you sneak up to the kid with, a very quick and decisive movement. You are behind the kid now.
I'm behind him. Well, I'm going to try to catch the kid's like hand. Don't do this in real life, by the way. Don't touch children.
Yes, sire. As the kid turns around to you, quite shocked.
What are you doing, young man?
Nothing, just admiring the view.
Is he holding something in the hand, like a wallet or something like that?
He was. It is in his pockets now.
And what do you have in your pockets then?
Just my humble belongings.
Now, you and me both know
Make
that.
an intimidation check
Ah, come on, okay.
at advantage.
I'm not good at intimidation. Okay, I have a big fat +1.
But
D20.
advantage.
8.
2d20 K1, by the way. It's
Oh,
2d20
2d20.
K1.
Oh, crap.
Also, your
The
sneak would be,
disadvantage also.
your sneak would have been lower. You can roll
Okay,
once again.
I'll roll
It's
once again.
2d20 K1.
So,
Maybe it will be
2,
higher. Natural 20.
of course. That's 11.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
just
a 12 with my +1.
just my belongings, sire.
Look, let's just say that it wouldn't look good for you if I started yelling that you're pickpocketing people. Now, are you the owner of the poor cat over there?
No.
You mean to tell me that it's completely normal that on the streets there's cats with knives on their back?
Things happen, sire. I mean, Sometimes there are just cats with knives on their backs.
Whatever, I'm going to take you to the guard. And I try to drag him to the closest guard.
Make a strength check.
Oh boy.
Athletics.
Oh boy. Okay. That's a 12.
Well, the kid is trying to escape you, but can't really escape as you are holding him tightly.
Now, boy, you either come clean or you at least try to return what you've stolen. Why are you stealing anyways?
All right. We will do 50-50.
50-50, you say?
Yes. Come on, sire. My sister's hungry and my mother and father were never there. I need this. He looks at you with pleading eyes.
Gil will take his pipe, put it in his mouth and say, all right, 50-50.
The kid ruffles through his bags and gives you 2 purses. 2 coin purses.
Okay. Gil will do like in the movies and like snatch them and just hide them away and say, go kid. This
Thank you,
never
sir.
happened.
Thank you, sire. And the kid runs away. Roll 40-20. 44.
44.
44.
8.
In total, you find 80 gold within those purses.
80?
Well, someone rich was stolen from, it seems.
Alright. Okie dokie. And they say
Then
crime
that
never
kid is
pays.
rich.
Well, he gave you 2 random purses, and one of them looked quite good, to be honest. So, yeah. And the kid was intimidated enough to give you a random one, not checking which one could have more in it.
Okay. And Gil will walk up to the rest of the gang and with the pipe in his mouth say, it seems that some kids tied a knife on the back of a cat. And with a little entertainment, they've been pickpocketing the locals.
Well, you're still on your way to the marketplace
Yeah,
Can
sure.
I get Fluffy to catch
to catch.
the cat?
Oh,
Okay, roll an athletics check for Fluffy.
You're a bit excessive. Bloody hell.
Suddenly, the cat grabs the knife in its mouth. The boss fight music begins.
Athletics check for the Fluffy.
On fight music kicks in. Oh shit.
That's nope. The cat is already away when Fluffy comes up, and the cat climbs onto a tree and jumps into a window and is never to be seen again. At least for now. I mean, you could try to follow the cat if you wanted into that window.
Yeah, I can't see Fluffy doing too well at that.
Right. As you continue on your way, you finally end up at the market space, and what you see is quite interesting. There are 2 parts to this market space, it seems. One part where there is just the normal floor, dirty, and everyone is pushing their way through, no real space for anyone. However, on the other side of on the other half of the whole market space, there is like a pedestal holding up like maybe a third of the whole market space, elevating it above the masses, so to speak, and their life seems to be much more relaxed, with people having actually space, and it seems that this place is reserved for those with the money to afford certain more luxurious items.
Seeing as Gil is suddenly 80 gold richer, he's going to go and start browsing around the market.
Around the low market or the high market?
The high market.
As you come towards the high market, there is a guard standing there, looking at you. Roll a general charisma check. Also, anyone who
Boy.
wants to follow him, also general charisma check.
Okay, I will do so.
3.
Hmm.
I'm still wearing my shiny chainmail with a
Hmm.
family crest on it.
I mean, my image of Gil is that he's very
Still
well
dirty.
dressed, but might have been dirty from the trip.
Yeah, I mean, you did have a long trip. So just Gil and Aravan want to go to the high market, and the rest want to stay in the low
Hold on.
market.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Character sheet got kidnapped. Got it.
Anyone else want to follow? The rest can stay in the low market. All right. The beer is not yet done. It takes 2 weeks to brew beer. I actually looked it up. 2 weeks. Well, the person, the guard standing there, eye you with your dirty clothes, but begrudgingly let you through without any real hassle. Although they will keep an eye on you, it seems. And you enter the high market where, well, there is much more space for you to actually walk, and there are many stands there actually. There is less like general wares, less stuff that you would actually need, and more like luxury items. Chainmails, chain shirts, different kinds of armor, weapons, and well, anything that the upper 20% would need. Spices, foods.
Gil will take some spices.
You come up to a stand and well, what kind of spices do you want?
I mean,
just spices in general, just a mix, basically.
Or should I start like saying, oh, I want some dried rosemary and some thyme and
I mean, if there is any specific spices that you want, you can mention it. However, if you just want like a general mix, you can.
Would Gil know which spices Drogo likes to cook with?
I mean, you did cook together once, so you could have an idea of it.
So Drogo, which spices do you like, my friend?
Hot spices?
Chili?
Jalapeno.
No,
Chili is
pepperoncino.
spice.
That is the name of the chili. It's
That's
pepperoncino.
not a
It's usually
spice. Nonsense.
in Italian restaurants.
Well.
So, some pepperoncino und basilico.
Roll a quick insight check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. 20.
Well,
not natural.
You come up to a man who offers you some spices, but you are fairly certain that they are at the, well, very heavily modified rate. He gives you enough spices to spice about 30 meals for 10 gold.
Is that like is he trying to rip me off?
Not necessarily rip you off, but not giving you the best deal that you could be given, that he could give you.
Gil will look at him and say, excuse me, sir, are you sure that these spices cost as much as you're telling me at the moment?
Are you insinuating that I'm lying to you, my dear friend?
Well, not lying, but I was a little bit higher up in the markets, and I was still browsing through, and I found the exact same spices, just a tad bit cheaper. I'm just wondering what's the difference between yours and theirs, that yours are higher price.
Well, you will not find a better quality here than anywhere. No, wait. You will not find a better quality anywhere than here. Wait, this is like me like generally confused right now.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Freudian slip.
Yeah. I have the best spices anywhere.
Does he have any tea leaves?
You look over it, and yeah, he does have a good portion of tea leaves.
Can I inspect them? What are the quality of the tea leaves?
Do a wisdom check. You can add. Are you a general tea drinker, Kira? If yes, you may go ahead and add some a proficiency to it. Ooh, yeah, those are very high quality tea leaves he has there, and different kinds as well.
Well, I'm sold. I think this man is quite the genuine businessman.
I turn to Erevan. I'm still not convinced, Erevan. Do you remember we were up at that shop over there and the
I can give
spices were
you,
cheaper?
I can give you a slight discount if you want.
Oh, sure.
What do you intend to buy? We can go from there, I believe.
I believe that the spices that we talked about before and some tea for my friend over here.
All right.
How much would that come for?
How much tea do you wish for?
How much tea would you like, Kurar?
Just a brick.
A brick of tea and enough spices for 30 days.
For
Small
30
brick.
meals.
Yeah, for 30 meals.
He put something together, and in the end you have enough tea for 15 times making tea, and enough spices for 30 meals, and I will take a measly 15 gold for this. For the whole package.
All right, I'll take you up for that, and Gil will hand 15 gold to the merchant.
He takes the 15 gold and, well, puts it in his pocket.
And I guess that
pleasure dealing business with you. Anything else that I can help you with?
it was my pleasure. Also, I'm looking for leather armor. Is there someone who works leather? You see, mine is a little bit worn, and I would like a new studded one. I've heard that those are better.
Of course. If you head over there, there should be the armor smith, Smarcliffe. Yeah, Gerald Smarcliffe. Just tell him that you are looking for leather armor, and he will happily provide you with some.
Thank you very much. And Gil, as he's leaving, will hand the tea brick to Kurar.
You.
I also would like some leather armor. We'll go together.
As you head there, you are amazed at the smell. There is something wrong with the smell. If you want, you can make a quick wisdom check, perception check, to see what's wrong with the smell.
20 again. Yes.
Well, definitely the smell of some spices. It's more than you would believe should be here, just because of the markets, and it's coming from the floor.
The smell of spice is coming from the floor.
Well, not necessarily spices, but like burnt spices, spices that are meant to be burned and to give out an odor, a good odor.
And that's what we get on the way to the armory.
Yeah, you smell those. There is something wrong with the floor here. It smells really good. And as you head there, you come up to a bit burly armor smith standing beside his tools and currently working on a set of chain shirt. How may I help you, my friends? As he
Greetings. We are looking for, or at least I'm looking for studded armor or studded leather armor.
Two sets of those.
Studded leather. Over there, he moves into his small shop and presents you with 2 sets of studded leather armor.
And I also would like to possibly trade in at least the lower part of this chain shirt that I'm wearing. Kind of growing uncomfortable.
Can I have a quick look at it, my friend?
And I will take most of it except the top.
He takes it. You may ask why you are keeping the top.
Well, as you can see, that's a bit of sentimental.
Of course, of course. Well, let's see. Mm, If you give me 5 more gold, I will take this chain shirt off you, and you can get the studded leather armor. And the studded leather armor without anything else would be 50 gold.
Sounds like a perfectly reasonable deal. I'll make sure to come back here when I need anything. You want something as well, Gil?
I just want the armor.
50 gold, as I said.
Gil hands the merchant 50 gold pieces.
He takes the gold and pockets it.
Does he have any chain?
Chainmail? I have any kind of armor, to be quite honest. Just look around. Here we have the leather armor types. Here we have the hide armors, chain shirts, and here we have the more heavy stuff, the heavy duty things like ring mail, chain mail, splint, and obviously my prized plate armor, which I worked quite hard on.
Well, the craftsmanship on that one is beautiful.
And these little touches here, those were made by my son, to be quite honest. Yeah, he's an aspiring artist. I am sure he will do well for himself. And you can see that this armor is actually painted on. It's just a touch, but it makes the armor a bit more intimidating from further away.
Looks it's out of right. Some standard chain. Very. How much? Sorts.
A standard chain mail. Make a general charisma check.
Not good.
Let's make it 80 gold.
He got
80.
8.
Also, you are cutting off.
I can help out if you need money.
I can help out as well. I have no problem with that. How much
I
do you
mean,
need?
that chainmail definitely looks like it's worth 80 gold.
Yes. It is worth so much. I have worked personally on it, and
Wait, so sorry, what was the amount again? Sorry.
80.
80.
Yes.
Yes, I think that'll be quite a tad over the mark for me.
I mean, I do have a ring mail here, which is a bit more affordable at only 30 gold. A ring mail is 14 AC.
Hmm.
A chainmail is 16 AC.
No, I think I'm quite okay for now. I may return at a later date.
I mean, we're here to help each other out, and if this chainmail would help you in battle, we're happy to provide whatever you need. I don't know how sure you are.
Exactly.
I mean, certainly could do, but I wouldn't bother yourself too much if it's not fully necessary.
Your decision. We will certainly come back for it at some point.
Well, I will keep it here, and if it is not there anymore when you are here, I will have made a new one.
And I'm sure it'll be better than this one.
I mean, it was a very good chainmail that I only did. Maybe. We will see. I can't wait for you to, make me happy again with a few purchases. Anything else that I can help you with?
I believe
We'll look around.
That's all that I need.
Well, you find a bit more of the. Well, look around on the market, you or on the in the shop.
While we're looking around, can I see if I spot any goblins?
Do a perception check.
Oh,
Well, you can spot a few goblins but not on the high market. On the low market, there are a few running around in chains, and you think you see even a market where a few are sold.
Anything specific to note, or is that about as much as I can gather?
How much do they cost? Is it all official? Is that?
Low
I wouldn't
market.
go up to ask, but if
You
I
would
can
have
see.
to go to the low market, and you can't really see right now from here, at least. As the high market is occupied, what do the people on the low market do? What are you looking for?
Health potions, if there's any down here. I'm a bit worried that they might not have in the low market, but
Do a investigation check.
25.
You come across a small hut in the middle of the market, and it says potions and drinks of any kind.
Sounds good. Enter the hut.
Alright. As you step inside, you are greeted by a man who is rather thin, an elven man, and looking up at you. How may I help you?
Oh, hello. I'm after healing potion.
Healing potions, healing potions. I can give you the better ones or the failed ones. Those come at a discount, obviously. He rummages through his stuff.
How much are they?
Well, basic healing potions. He places one down on the counter. 60 gold. He digs around more. This one has failed to an extent, and he pulls out a green reddish healing potions. While the normal healing potions are very, very deep red, this one is greenish at some points, and it doesn't seem very tasty. Oh, and this here is my masterpiece. He takes out what looks like a greater healing potions. Although I will need 300 gold for that. You know.
What's wrong with the greeny one?
Uh, taste. Usually, when you are making a healing potion, you want to add a lot of things that make the taste better, as the taste can be quite rancid. Some people with not the stomach have the tendency to spit out this stuff if, well, they don't show the guts, so to speak. What this means in game, there is a DC 12 con saving throw that you have to do, or you will spit out the healing potion again. It's a
I imagine
potion.
not when you're unconscious, though.
Not when you're unconscious. Although it's a discount healing potion.
Oh, that's mm. And sorry, the normal one was 60 and the other one was 300.
Yes, my masterpiece is 300.
Okay. Interesting. I'll come back later if you'll still be here.
I am always here. And he puts his things away again, and any other potions or tinctures that I can, well, help you with?
Oh, I don't know. Have you got anything of interest? We're always going around and about.
Well, I have simple toxins, acids, and, you know. Also, he digs around. I have made this not too long ago, and he pulls up a silverish potion. This will help you in combat, I believe. It should make you a lot harder to kill while it lasts, and it doesn't last very long, to be quite honest, but, well, what this one does is, in combat, you can drink it as a bonus action. And for the rest of this turn and the next turn, you get resistance to all non-magical damage.
And how much is this one?
100 gold. I worked quite hard on this.
Yes, I. Okay, that's very interesting. I will definitely come back to you. Thank you very much.
All right. I hope to see you again soon. And he
Artie
goes
walks.
back to his stuff.
I would also like to get some fancy foods.
Well, the thing with those fancy foods is that most of them are not meant to last. When you want foods you use for the for a long
I mean, just to
road.
eat now. Like go to a stand that's selling food prepared already.
Well, you come across a lot of stands actually, and they have a lot of different things and quite exotic things too, like tiger meat, tiger steak, and elephant steak, and just the most different and strange kind of things. Also, you notice that there is a trend of stands selling things that are exclusively without meat.
Yeah, I'll have some of those.
Well, you come across a stand that seems to sell baked potatoes, and well, they seem to be quite good.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll buy like just enough to eat.
For yourself?
Yeah, or unless someone wants to. I assume we're walking together. If any of you want some.
Yeah. I'll buy a baked potato as well.
Well, for 2 baked potatoes, that's gonna be 1 gold.
Sure, I will pay out of my own pocket.
Thank you.
And I'll walk off quite content. Try to find the others by then.
And the last thing that I'd like to do is to find the berries and the rations.
Well,
Or
general investigation or persuasion check if you want to ask.
Investigation or persuasion? What am I better? I am better at persuasion. Okay, so I decided it's 7, natural 1.
Well, you find a few rations, however, seem to be at a slightly marked up cost, and red berries quite hard to find and also marked up cost.
Oh well, what can you do?
Well, how much of those rations do you want to buy?
I'd like to survive 10 days.
So 10 rations, that is gonna be 7 gold.
7 gold. Alright, done.
And berries?
How many days? I guess
Yeah.
the same days.
Well, that is gonna be 10 gold for red berries.
Okie dokie, I'll
Only
do
the red
that.
ones.
And there we go. So right now we've got 14 berry meals and 10 rations.
Anything you want to do, Drogo? Anything you want to buy? Alright. And as all of you meet up again, I assume?
If we can find each other?
I mean, I assume you would have a spot where you want to meet up, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Now we just need transportation.
Do
we're
we
ready to
need
head off.
transportation or do you want to go on foot?
I would prefer to have transportation if we can get at a reasonable price.
Where do you suppose we find that? Is there a stables nearby?
Do a quick investigation check.
I would also like to do one.
Sure. 2 people can do it, or 1 people at advantage.
I already rolled, so hey,
Well,
whatever.
Oh, No, we don't find stable. We're walking.
Never
Well,
mind.
you begin looking around, and it takes you a few hours to finally find a place where one lonely guy is standing there, shouting, "I'm looking for protection, and no one is interested." And just as you come, he sits down on his wagon and seems to have somewhat of a mental breakdown.
Are you going towards the disgrace?
Why would I be going towards the disgrace? No, I'm going. I guess technically, yes, but why would I be going towards the disgrace?
Well, I mean in that direction.
Yes, I am actually. Uh, are you looking for a ride?
Yes.
If you protect me, I will pay you 2 gold. Because that's how much I have. I plan to go to the fabricating hand, if that tells you anything.
I believe it does.
It is
Yeah,
about.
that would be perfect. If you don't, you can keep the 2 gold. But if you let us do a small detour towards the middle of the journey, we will accompany you.
I I do require that you take care of bandits, though, if they should come
Yes,
up.
of course. That is
All right.
what protection is for, right?
Yes, that is. Do a quick charisma check, generally.
I'm paladin. I'm a natural 20. Hell yeah.
He seems really relieved. I am so thankful for your help. When is the soonest time that you can go?
I will tentatively look at the group while I'm saying right now.
Yes,
Gil will give a thumbs up.
That is more than I could have hoped for. Please, have a seat. He points towards the car, and you see that on the car there are a few crates. And as he jumps onto the car and cart, and he starts riding on.
So, what's your name, good sir?
My name is Adrianus, and I am, well, a simple merchant, I guess. I mean,
Good stuff. My name is Erevan. I'm
Erevan
a
is.
paladin of the Green God.
I have,
Great.
I have great honor, great respect from such righteous people, and I thank you very much for helping me with my road, I assume, which is not necessarily the most safe one, I fear.
Yeah, we're mutual.
Why is it that the road is so unsafe?
Well, mostly because those who travel this road unprotected are, well, subject to attacks which I believe come from the disgrace and from those slaves who made their way to the mountains.
Yep.
And I mean, while the garrisons is supposed to protect us, we are just simple farmers, not worth enough to actually be protected. As he drives his cart on the road and, well, starts to leave the trader's home.
I will start furiously making notes on my maps, noting everything I can see.
Gil is probably sitting in the back with his pipe. Is there anyone else in the back of the car?
Artie's tinkering with various bits from his pocket.
To be fair, there is not a lot of place back there. It is a bit. There is enough space, but not necessarily very much space. You can fit in easily. You are the smallest one of the whole bunch. All right.
So where should Gil sit so that he can fit?
Well, in the back of the cart there is enough space for all of you if you huddle a bit together.
If I fit, I sit. Yes.
Yeah.
Gil will turn to both Artie and Drogo and be like, now that I realize we never asked anyone about what to expect in the disgrace.
Quick question: Why are you heading towards the disgrace?
Well, I
Just
had a bit of a vision that sent us that way. Yeah. Quite
You would
exciting,
say
really.
personal business.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have not yet heard that. Well, the Green Goddess sends out extermination missions, but I'm really thankful for your.
I don't believe it's an extermination mission. At least I hope it isn't.
Then why would you go towards the disgrace?
We're not entirely aware of the nature of this location. We'd be very happy if you were to share it.
Escaped slaves, goblins, ferals, and just all around undesirables. I honestly have no idea why the defending hand didn't send a extermination squad yet, but it
I
is a
believe there's
disgrace.
something hidden there. That's what we're about to find out.
I assume.
Yeah.
Who will do the first watch?
Is this for camp or while we're walking?
I'll do the second or third watch when it's dark.
I'll do first watch.
Alright, go ahead and roll a general perception check.
Real good at this. Apparently so. I'm really good at these.
Well, you would have assumed that there is something on these roads, but the roads are really empty today. What you can see is a few birds flying above you and a few strange rock formations, but it's all just boredom, to be quite honest. Yeah, at this point in time, there is no real people driving this road. The big spike in travel will come in a few weeks when the big caravans are going across, but I have to get to the fabricating hand within the short time that I have, so yes. He rides the cart with you. As it comes towards the end of the day, who wants to make the next perception check?
I mean, I'm in front of the cart. It makes sense that I make it again.
I mean, sure. You get
No one spoke out, so I'm doing it.
you get advantage due to your actual
Well,
translation.
that was good. Good timing. Good timing.
Well,
That's
anyways,
much better.
as you drive, the driver seems to get a bit, well, quieter than before, and what you see is a slight bit of smoke rising from a place about 100 feet away from you. Not off the road, but besides the road, and you have a feeling that someone is already taking a rest there, and, well, it seems that this driver needs a rest at some point.
Is it safe to stay with those folks, do you think?
Those folks, I don't know. I mean, what folks?
I-
Oh, this could be. I mean, usually bandits don't alert others of the locations, so should be.
Yeah.
He seems a bit unsure.
Let's
Just by
head
the
there
way,
and see what they think.
can Gil be on the lookout if anyone's trying to come up like behind the cart?
Do a perception check.
21.
You don't see anything. As he comes closer, he at some point starts to slow his cart down. May I ask you for a favor?
Sure.
You may certainly ask.
Could like some of you go and check out who these people are? I mean,
Absolutely.
I
I
was
shall take out the
already
halberd.
on it, and I will jump on.
I will follow.
right. Both can do a stealth check if you want to get closer.
I'm not actively seeking out to be
Stealth.
stealthy.
I mean, if
It's
you want
the
to
wrong
alert
character.
you, if you want to alert them of your presence, you can do so.
I don't want to do that. I'll just make it with this.
Just roll a stealth check then.
Let me get it. I take it back. I'm not.
At disadvantage? I mean,
Well, because I'm not trying.
Ah, very good.
And what do we see when we get closer? Is it like?
well,
Ooh.
as you get closer, what you see is 3 people arguing. Around them, you see that there are a few trees that were cut down, a few axes lying around, and an elf, a dwarf, and a human sitting around a small campfire, and arguing with each other. And something else that you see is that next to them there is a goblin tied up.
Are they armed?
There are axes lying close to them, but not necessarily armed.
Hello, good sirs.
They all look at you in unison and you move their hands towards their weapons. How may we help you? Looking at
Well,
you, unsure.
we were seeing that the sun has set down, and we're thinking strength in numbers.
And
If you would allow us to join you.
Out of curiosity, how close is this goblin to the cover which I'm?
how close is the goblin to what?
The cover which I'm hiding.
I mean, it is on the other side of the campfire, more or less, so quite far away. I would say, like.
Would it be possible to get to that without breaking cover?
If Aravan is distracting them, yeah.
I'll leave it.
I mean, I know you're. I would start. Like trying to draw their attention away from you, not overtly, but subtly.
So you want to?
Give me a minute.
What? Okay. Well, they are looking at you, and who might you be, if I may ask? What brings you in these parts?
Well, we're escorting that nice fellow up the road.
Okay, I see. Well, I am sure we can arrange that you and that man can spend the night with us. As strength in numbers, I guess, is a.
We also make very good food.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm pretty good at those. Well,
they look at you skeptically, but nod. Sure, let's. Fair enough. You can join us for the night. We will make a little space, and they start rolling the logs which they put around the campfire a bit further away, so there's enough space.
I will whistle at the cart to come.
And as you whistle, the cart comes closer, and as the people around the campfire see that there are 3 more people in the cart as well as a merchant, they get a bit nervous, but, well, don't become uninviting all of a sudden, at least.
Mango, what do you have today prepared for food?
It's Drogo, my friend, not Mango.
That's your nickname from now on. Yeah, Drogo, what do you have prepared for food?
Drogo, before you start cooking, I almost forgot. I got you some spices. I remember that you made a great dish when we were at the Church of the Green Goddess, and I think that this could come in handy for you. And I will hand him the pepperoncino and the basil with some pepperoncino with some extra rosemary on the side. And Gil will say that should last for at least 30 meals.
All right, and
I assume it's quite dark.
yeah, all right. You can do a stealth check at advantage if you want to come close to the goblin.
I will raise the lantern into the air, light a very small flame, cast invisibility.
Cast invisibility on yourself.
Yes, indeed.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check at advantage.
You'll have to remind me how one does advantage.
2d20 K1.
That's how I do it.
No,
You add the modifier afterwards.
it's like you first do the roll and then you add the modifier, and the K1 is part of the roll.
Like that?
Yes, exactly.
Ah, very good.
Without any problem, you sneak up to them and come close enough to the gobbo to recognize him. Boblin. is
Oh,
lying
for
there tied up.
goodness sake.
And as there's a kerfuffle and the rest of the group comes closer, what do you do?
I shall whisper in Boblin's ear, do not say.
Do
and
a,
then undo the rope and
do a persuasion check.
persuasion check.
Yeah, Boblin can't see you, right? Because you're the
Yeah, I imagine Boblin would know my voice. I mean, it's not been long. Right? 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 Not right. The noises you're making are insinuating are not right, and that's not an answer I want. Ah, that's fine.
Boblin lets out a loud scream as you whisper.
What?
Wait, no, wait. Okay, I made a mistake. I made a small mistake. Sorry. I made a small mistake because I meant to do this. I just completely flipped and I wrote net s 2d20 plus 2. Yes. 21. Yeah. He. Okay. I don't understand my own. Okay, he's fine.
Do you have problems?
I'm failing to understand my own logic, but he's not screaming at least.
Yeah, he just screams out of one half of his mouth. The other mouth. That just amazing.
I will untie the bits at which he would be able to move, and then we shall disappear.
Do a stealth check at disadvantage.
Does that
would
cancel
be-
out with the advantage from invisibility, or is it
I mean,
it would just be normal.
mega
wouldn't-
disadvantage?
since he is doing something, that invisibility would drop, as it is not great invisibility, I believe. Hence the disadvantage.
I think it's only attacks or spells.
It's interpretive whether that counts.
Spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
I mean, it is enough to break it, I would believe.
I mean, either way, you're dragging along a goblin with you, so you're not invisible.
Dragging. I was going to untie the bits that lets them move, and then let them do the moving, so it doesn't seem so suspicious that the goblin suddenly floats up into the air and disappears off into the night.
All right.
Are we with you right now?
Roll a stealth at disadvantage.
Disadvantage would be
KL1 instead of K1. 2d20 though.
oh.
I mean,
Oh,
as you are tying.
I forgot the two. Never mind.
As you're untying a boblin, they turn around and spot you. And one of them immediately grabs his axe. What are you doing there, mister?
I run. You see nothing. I pick up Boblin. No, I'm not going to carry. I just run.
You're trying to pick a boblin and run.
No, I can't pick a boblin. There's no point in picking a boblin. I just run.
I will
Roll
yell, "Is that a bandit?" and run after him.
I mean, you see
But
nothing.
can
I am
can
invisible still.
Roll
can Vok try to shoot the bandit
actually,
for the
I
thing
mean-
that's running away?
I swear to God, I will skewer you people.
Hello? Okay, I think something just
You know.
broke with my headphones.
Okay, I can hear you again. Roll an intimidation check.
Who?
You.
Roll intimidation?
Yeah.
What intimidation was I doing?
I mean, he is contemplating whether to throw the axe at you. The question is he shocked enough to like
Oh, he gets disadvantage anyway, let him do it.
at disadvantage? It's
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
you just startled them. Did you startle them? The guy who is holding the axe enough to not make him attack you or run after you.
Okay, let me-
I mean, you only have to beat a 6, so.
You underestimate my powers. Damn it. Wait, no,
Disadvantage.
that's a good thing. No, that's a
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. I'll just do it again.
Well, he's startled enough not to hurl his axe at you and just stands there and freezes in his place as you run away without too much stuff happening. You are gone now.
They didn't actually see any of my actual features. All they saw was an invisible-looking blob, and they didn't hear me. So I think I'm good to rejoin the group after circling back to the cart.
I would run after Boblin.
I mean, the goblin is not tied up yet. Not tied off yet. He is still.
Yeah, the goblin is tied.
Is that difficult? Bloody
Ha-
hell.
have we noticed that it's Boblin the goblin yet?
You didn't notice yet, and okay. Did Erevan run after him?
I mean, if he's invisible, I didn't run after him.
I mean, he's not.
But I definitely ran
invisible
towards the
anymore.
goblin.
Towards the
Well,
goblin.
he didn't
or
attack.
because what happened was a guy appeared besides the goblin, and then the guy got spotted, and then the guy ran away.
Oh,
An
right.
invisible
Okay.
blob. So
I mean,
it's debatable whether you even saw.
I mean, at first he was invisible, but untying the goblin has dropped the invisibility, and well, although, I mean, we'll see whether they have spotted you once we have figured out where Erevan is.
Nonsense.
If-
Heresy.
If the Boblin if the goblin is, yeah, that's his name.
What an only.
If he's still tied up and can't run away, I'll go after Kira.
All right, you run after Kira with your rapier drawn, I guess, and run off where no one can see you.
Well, I noticed that it's Erevan that's chasing me.
Also make a quick perception check, Erevan, and make a quick stealth check, Kira.
Ouch.
Well, everyone has noticed that it is you, and you have the feeling that the different people on the cart and have gotten at least a glimpse at you. So everyone is certain that it is you, at least.
Do you let me catch up to me, or are you still running?
If I feel safe that I am no longer being followed by anyone other than that of Erevan,
I will also look back and try to make sure they're not watching.
You were the only people who ran away, as no one else said that they wanted to follow.
That was a good idea, Kira, but definitely didn't work out. I fear you're gonna have to find somewhere else to sleep for the night. Oh, maybe sneak back into the camp. Into the cart. I assume you can turn invisible again. and I'll go back and tell them that you ran off, and we'll deal with Boblin eventually.
I will grumble significantly. A lot of grumbling.
Yeah, well, you can grumble as much as you want, but it's you who fucked it up.
Spelt.
And I will just walk back to the camp.
Scammer. Signed up to this deal. Forced me to do paperwork as well. I'm a bloody author, for Christ's sake. End scene.
Make a quick intelligence check at proficiency, Kira.
You also don't get food because you don't get to.
I mean, I guess he has right. Intelligence check at proficiency, please, Kira. There is no rule from the bureaucrat that prevents you from being angry and grumbling as much as you want and complaining as much as you want.
I'm beginning to like this religion.
All right. I guess everyone heads back to the group.
I chased him off. I'm not entirely sure what he was doing, but it's only the one, so
I mean,
can't pose much of a threat to us.
He was dealing with a goblin. And the elf says, "I am still saying that we should just kill him."
Well, I don't know about that. I'm sure he's worth good money. If anything, we'll take him.
That's what I said, says the human.
Do you want us to buy him off you?
How much will you give us?
I mean, we have to go through all the hassle of bringing him back, and then I'll give you 15 gold.
Make a quick persuasion check.
Hell yeah.
Aladdin noise.
25.
15
Man, it feels so
gold,
good being a rogue.
15 gold, you say? Go ahead. And he just picks up and the dwarf picks up the goblin and just throws it at you.
Hey, be careful. That's mine now.
Make a strength saving throw.
Killed by a projectile boblin.
Yep. Oh, man, I'm rolling well.
As Boblin throws at you, you just duck out of the way, turn around, and just catch him mid-flight, and nothing happens. And Boblin is startled, but lives.
I will tie him up again.
Also, this is your third natural 20 this session.
I think I've only rolled like 6 times.
Well, I
might just retire champion now.
Personally.
I mean, it hasn't mattered. I think one of my natural 20s was to perceive nothing. So, with that.
Gil will probably walk up, see that it's our good friend Boblin, put the pipe in his mouth and say, "I will name you Boblin."
I like that name. And I will...
The woodcutters, as you believe they are, look at you and Goblin, you say. And how do you come to that name?
I mean, you can't deny it's funny.
I mean, have you heard Boblin the Goblin? It's hilarious.
I mean, that is exactly the name he told us, so...
No.
do a deception check.
This goblin is definitely...
At a moment's notice, do not worry, good sir.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
I mean...
I assure you this couldn't possibly go wrong in any way, shape, or form that I can foresee.
This goblin must just be really funny like us, I mean...
Coincidences, am I right? Let's have some food. And he sits down beside the fire and starts to stir in his pot. Drogo, make a perception check.
I will type goblin and leave him beside the cart.
You will tie him beside the cart?
Yeah. Make sure he doesn't escape. I will whisper to Kira, good job.
Okay. Now, not Drogo, but Mango. Imagine I'm making a pizza. And also imagine I don't use any tomato sauce, just ketchup, and put ananas on it. This is the level of cooking we are dealing with here.
I don't know about you. Sounds delicious. I'm joking.
Yeah. What do you do? I mean, you're not currently helping them. They are just cooking themselves right now. One is stirring in the pot. I have heard you are a cook, my friend. What do you think of this? And he points towards his stuff, and he seems somewhat proud of it. It's going really well today, I have a feeling. Off? So you help him cook. Do a cooking check at disadvantage. It's wisdom. it's wisdom plus wisdom. Yes. Yes. Plus wisdom. Yeah. 2d20
Yeah,
KL1.
not in that order.
Okay. I will. It's always just for everyone. It's always 2d20. So you want to roll 2d20 KL1. You keep the lowest one, and then you add your modifiers and stuff. It's 2d20 KL1 because you want to roll 2 dice and keep the lower one.
So you just need to roll again. Roll again once.
Yeah. This is something for everyone. 2d20 K1 keeps the higher one, KL1 keeps the lower one, and then you add your stuff. You can also add more dice. Well, through some fucking miracle, you turn this around, and what was earlier the disgrace to any cook who ever lived is passable now. I mean, actually quite good, to be quite honest. You are proud of how you turned it around. Oh, I will learn something from you. Do a charisma check. He learned nothing. He's as stupid as he was before. Just now he has a good meal in front of him. And, well, what do you wish to do
good.
while...
That way he doesn't steal your recipe.
Well, what does the rest of the group want to do while, well, Drogo is busy cooking?
If you will allow it, I will take like 10 minutes to lay out some rudimentary defenses, like set out maybe put out the organize like how we're sleeping and whatnot, and use my inspiring leader feat to give everyone some temp HP.
Everyone?
6 people.
So
all of us.
The group plus one of the...
No, I'm not giving it to them. Fuck that.
No?
Give it to Boblin.
So you give it to the random guy that you traveled with, to the merchant.
Yeah, him definitely.
The one who can't fight at all. Well, he seems very inspired. Roll the temporary hit points.
You don't roll; it's just 9.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And well, he seems very inspired. And would you say you have proficiency with doing tactical stuffs from your background?
A bit.
Let's say you get half the proficiency modifier then.
So that would be another 1.
Yeah.
10.
Also intelligence. Or wisdom.
And that's another 1. So 11 in total, if we're adding all of that up.
Did you roll?
Oh, you don't roll. They just have a fixed amount.
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about not the temporary hit points. It's just 9 temporary hit points, but like a d20 right now for the defenses.
Oh, sure.
Well,
I misunderstood.
you're proud of what you put up there. Looks good.
Sure.
You will have a good time when someone attacks you. You just hope someone attacks you.
I
Gil
actually
will.
don't.
I mean,
I
it would
somewhat
be a
do.
shame if it goes to waste.
Yeah, there's a part of me that does, but most of me doesn't.
Anything else that you want to do while Drogo is cooking?
Gil will, if we have like a little camp or something where everything, Gil will cast alarm around it
All right.
by taking
Alarms
a
cast.
pipe, taking a deep breath, and then allowing the smoke to come out. And alarm is cast surrounding the camp. And you know what? Just because he will go just a little bit out of camp, and Gil will just like on one of the on the side that's like away from the road, forest side, he will cast snare, and that will just make.
It's a trap.
He's going to take his pipe again. Smoke is going to come out. Suddenly, there is going to be like a trap in place. If anything enters the area in the next 8 hours, the trap will trigger and it will get caught.
All right. Going on. Pura, what do you do?
I believe I'll just be sort of. I imagine that the cart is probably the easiest place to be. Like,
Well,
try
the
and
cart is somewhat close to the fire, so you would have to
Yeah.
succeed to get close enough.
Is there any way of sort of hiding myself nearby? So even if I do go to sleep, I won't be found by anyone wandering around, or hopefully found anyway.
You can do a general stealth check and hope that you will be fine.
Okay.
Well, you hide yourself a little, and yeah, I assume you consume a ration and, well, going on. Artie, anything else you want to do before going to bed? Before Drogo is done cooking?
What do I need to do in regards to the spells scrolls?
To the spells.
You-
If you want to copy the spells, you have to use the materials. Otherwise, you can like train with them. Although you already did that, and you can cast them from the spellbook you found. At least
Okay,
the
so
ones with the ritual tag.
I can ritual cast spell book, but I copy them across
That would,
using the.
yeah, that would cost the appropriate resources.
Okay.
Right.
In that case, then no. Sit.
Right. And as the Drogo takes the pot off the fire, quite proud of his achievement, gives it around, and everyone eats except Kira, who is a bit further away.
Sad noises.
And well, you all have a decent meal, and well, actually, it's not necessarily decent, it's actually quite good. It's just the contrast of what it was before and what it is now. Drogo is just ecstatic about the food more than he should be. I mean, it is deserved, but you know. And
I think
with that,
may not be the only one blessed by a god in this party.
well, and as the night comes across, I want every one of you to. Okay, no. As the night comes across, it is time for us to take a break, and we will hop in with the shifts for the night.
Perfect.
Okey-dokey.
All right, and we will meet each other again in 10 minutes. So after 6 past 22.